Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And it's sometime or someday in January. I'll put it in the title. I think it's like the 23rd or something like that. Anyway, looking at the boxes, the tree boxes I'm going to be putting in. I got one there and I got one here in this corner. And I brought my cauliflower out here and my garlic because today was a shirts off type of day, just really nice. I also pruned my apple tree. I got that all cleaned up and ready to start sprouting, and I took all the dead wood off of the mandarin tangerine. Let's see if I can't get that one to grow up a little bit this year. That one usually produces tangerines ready for harvest around Christmas time. So got a long year to go to see how that one goes, because we're only in January. Unless we go backwards, then we'll be in December and I'll have tangerine. No, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, all right. So you see, everything is really looking good in here. It's starting to sprout up. My kale's really coming up. I got lots of broccoli flower down there, and the other broccoli plant I pulled out and fed it to the chickens. They loved it. And my celery is doing well, and my cabbage is doing pretty well. It needs to get up a little bit bigger, but it's got time. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to get I need more wood. I had this one piece of wood laying on my trailer, so I cut it up and made enough for these two. And I got one piece, which is the template, left. And I'll pick up some more wood. I'm going to have a visitor coming up tomorrow. Andy's coming up to do some camping, bring his dog along, and boy, that dog loves this desert. He just has a blast out here. With all the green coming up all over the place, he's going to have a lot of fun running around chasing little critters. All right, so anyway, got the trees all cleaned up, got my grapevines all pruned back and ready to sprout. And I went over there while I was cleaning it up. I noticed it already had some new fresh sprouts on it. So grapevines are starting to come back to life. Spring is in the air, guaranteed. So wanted to cover that part. And yesterday's video was like I said, it was a little faster, but still not as fast as it should be, or as fast as it has been in the past. So this is going to be another test tonight. See if it does the same thing, or if it goes faster or slower. I have noticed that it's still connecting to a tower or a server that's quite a distance from here. And I did find out that the tower close to me is about a mile away is a Sprint tower, so that's not going to do me much good. We'll see what happens. Anyway, got the trailer over here, got my saw ready, and like I said, Andy's coming up tomorrow, so he'll probably be here for the weekend, go back on Sunday, I guess, and we'll see what we can do. I'm thinking about smoking a chicken tomorrow. I don't know, I'm a little sore. I may not be able to puff hard enough to keep it lit, but I got the barbecue out here ready to go. And the other thing I did today was I promised I was going to do this, and I did, so I'm going to show you. I put cables, the wind cables, on my solar panel rack here, and that goes down through a turnbuckle on both sides, and that allows me to do my adjustment. I can take the bolt out there, and I can raise this thing up and get it a little flatter for the summer months. And it's still not time for that yet, but it's getting there pretty soon. And all I have to do is kind of like just give it a little wiggle, and it slides through the eye bolt and readjusts itself. And of course, it's going to be the same distance anyway. So yeah, I got those all hooked up. Of course, I got the cheap turnbuckles from Home Depot. They're aluminum centers. The turnbuckle on it is aluminum, and then of course there's steel eyelets on there. So I did when I poured this slab, I did plan ahead and I put eye bolts down into the concrete, and I bent those in an L shape so they won't pull out of the concrete, and that was a nicer job than over here. I used a couple of hasp ends that I had left over, and I had to drill and put concrete anchor screws in order for those to work. But this, I got a big 3/8 turnbuckle on, and it's a steel, cast iron and steel. So that's a good turnbuckle. I'll end up changing these over down the line because I don't trust those, especially with the winds we have out here. So the girls were out free ranging all day today, having a good old time. They're all hunkered down over there in the corner now because I had some hamburger that was, it was probably still good, but I didn't trust it. And I said, well, I think what I'm going to do is cook that up and give the girls a treat. And excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. It's not like a yawn. Nobody else is going to sneeze. But yeah, they had a good time, and then I threw that hamburger out to them all cooked up, and after it cooled down, and they were going nuts for it. Now they look like they're all tuckered out, and they're resting in the corner over there and hunkered down together. It's a beautiful day. It was 60 degrees at 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah, it was a t-shirt off because with the work I was doing, it was getting a little bit warm. One of the other things I did was transferred some of the water out of these containers down to the garden house because I've been using some with the new plants I put in down there. So I had to get those refilled down there. You notice that they are topped off. And then the other thing I did was this one downspout was constantly, whenever the winds blew, it would blow off of there and it would start this piece would slam against the cabin all night long, keep me awake. So I had to replace this section of the pipe, this 2-inch section. The one that was in there was only about 7 inches long, and I needed it to be 10.5. So I cut a new one today and put that in there, and I had put this little spacer in there trying to make that work. It never worked, but now it's nice and tight and I should be fine. All right, everybody, that's all there is for today. I'm gonna cut this one short, get it uploaded, go in and have a cold one, and get ready to make dinner tonight. And haven't decided what I'm gonna have, but we're gonna have some important. Yeah, they're important. We're going to have some interesting stuff coming up as the weather starts getting better. I'm going to show you how to make beef jerky with the sun only, just using the heat from the sun. And it's a General Lee's beef jerky recipe, and we'll see how that works out. All right, everybody, please give me a thumbs up down there, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. It is free. And you won't get spammed or anything like that. You just click on subscribe, and a little bell icon will pop up, and click on that, and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And you won't miss anything, because there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming up. G-Bear, signing off.